But thank you for your questions you've sent in to our panel this evening. And one, Stephen, which I wanted to put first of all to you, coming from Matt Hurley, and with your former Birmingham City player, of course, and after the Jack Grealish incident in the Birmingham derby at the weekend, do you think Birmingham City, Matt asks, playing behind closed doors for a certain amount of time is justifiable?
What it's going to act as is a deterrent for the clubs to make sure that everything's in place so this cannot happen again. What happened the weekend was, the scenes were shocking. Like, I know I've played in those games. There's no love lost between the fans. It's a very heated atmosphere and it's a great game to be part of. But for something like that to happen, for a player to be hit in the face during a game by a fan, is just beyond what you can imagine going to happen on a football pitch. And if this needs to happen to be a deterrent and stop it happening in the future, then it's probably the right thing to do. Something needs to come out. Like, again, in the Arsenal game, someone got onto the pitch against Man U. So this can't keep coming on, because, you know, what's going to be next? Will it escalate even more? So we need to nip it in the bud, and you need to cause something that makes clubs stand up, and whether they increase security or feel like they have to bring more police into the stadium to do it, then that's what has to be done.
Is it the right way to deal with it, Richie?
To make a club play behind closed doors, I don't know, I think the deterrent has been pretty... I mean, your man's gone to prison. Yeah. And he's got a ban for 10 years, is it? I mean, so if I was a fan of any other club thinking this is something I might do, maybe I'm one of those people who's going to fill myself with drink or drugs going into a match and think I'm a hero and want to go out and do something like this, would I do that? Go to prison and get a 10-year ban? So one of the things I hear from people is that if you punish the club with points deductions, you leave it open then to a rival fan acting the maggot and coming in and getting a rival club punished. But you can very easily trace back to who's actually a fan of the club, even as a social media account. So I don't think that's going to be an issue. But it's always this issue, and I had this loads of times throughout my career at Millwall. When an individual does something out of turn, do you hammer the individual or the club? At what point do you make the club liable? And in any scenario, if it's a security issue, if someone's encroached onto the pitch, you look at the club. Have they done everything possible to prevent it?
Because it is the club's responsibility to have both sets of players, their safety.
To keep everyone safe, everyone in the stadium.
Spectators, of course.
But I think with the Birmingham game as well, further down the line, when Grealish scored a goal, there was an incident with his steward as well, which I'm not sure if you've been able to see that. And so that's probably going to be part of the decision making, because that was horrible scenes as well, when Grealish is celebrating a goal and the steward has physically manhandled them, and he's been taken away by the police. So there's been 2 incidents in one game at one club, so that can't go on.